Good morning. I wanted to take a little bit of time now that I'm sort of doing this transition or swinging out, let's say. It's not necessarily a transition to video, to talk about my background for some of you who might not be familiar with it. This is the wall of my office. I recently moved the two diplomas that had been on this side wall over here to behind me because I find, first of all, I had this photo, it's really nice. Hold on, let me show you. You'll see in my earlier videos this really cool picture that I took with my iPhone of the New York skyline. And I think it was a nice, it was actually, the reason I had this is because I previously had an office which had like a sort of a short wall above the windows. And this just was perfect for it. But first of all, New York isn't really such a great theme anymore. But also, part of what my shtick here is being a lawyer, right? So people like to see the diplomas now. This is the one from Princeton, and this is the one from Northwestern. Very nicely done, right? They look very pretty. Now, this is my admission certificate from the Supreme Court, and this is the feather you get when you appear in the Supreme Court. It's a feather quill, actually. So I keep that as a sort of a souvenir. And these are my little awards. I'm not going to bore you by going through them, but some people make money, and I get awards. This, though, I do want you to see this. This is a picture of me. You might have seen it actually for a long time. It's probably still, as of the time of the making of this video, it's still true that this is the header picture on my YouTube channel. That's me with a number of other panelists from these companies at the International Trademark Association. Actually, no, it wasn't at INTA. INTA was a co-sponsor. It was at the McCarthy Institute for Trademark Law, which I was invited to be a panelist at during the Slants case. And that's the great Professor Thomas McCarthy. And I just was so proud to be able to be pictured with him because he's sort of the dean of trademark law in America. And these are just law books. They're essentially, see, look here, this is a volume of McCarthy on trademarks. Okay, this is, he's the man. But these are mostly, the rest of them, law books. They're pretty much here for show because we don't do too much with law books anymore, although you should be aware of this one here. This is Jane Coleman's, I got mirroring on. Jane Coleman's book on secondary trademark infringement that she wrote a couple of years ago. It was updated for several years. It's the Bible on this topic. Jane's my wife. So now you know a little bit more about my background. Thanks for joining.